pleased to present for your consideration.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Jabberbox Podcast, episode 17. I'm one of your hosts, Andy Bond, and with me is the icy blues of the desert, the former devil himself, Mr. Daniel Singleton.
What's going on, everyone?
If you're joining in for the very first time, then you should know that this show is about the two of us as we ramble on through pop culture topics such as, but not limited to, games, movies, shows, and whatever else we want to jabber about. You can get the show over on youtube.com/dandydigital or over on Spotify and iTunes by searching Jabberbox and hitting that subscribe button. If you like what you hear and want to be part of the show, then head on over to patreon.com/dandydigital. Now let's get on with the show. First things first, Mr. Singleton.
Yes, sir.
Crumble.
Crumble.
I will say, I wasn't sure about this week, but I was
after
excited.
After last week, I was very excited because last week was fucking horrendous. So what do you got this week?
Fuck, man. First things first. Knocking it out of the goddamn park that hit top 5.
Whoa.
Is the Aggie Blue Mint?
Ooh, yeah.
Dude,
that was good.
Holy
I had
shit.
that my number 8 all time. It's definitely up there.
Yeah.
It's definitely up there.
Yeah, it's my number 5 for sure.
I gave it 5 stars, but it's number 8 all time for me.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
man.
It's just ahead of the pumpkin cake this week. They're literally back to back, 8 and 9.
Nice. Yeah,
but
that one.
Blue Mint definitely edged it out.
So we first got our box, right? And I was very excited. So I actually went for the double fudge brownie. That's my number 2 for the week. That was my first cookie I had. And I was like, man, this is solid. This is a solid cookie. So, right. So I'm eating the cookie, whatever. The next day I go in for my second cookie. I try the mint one because I really wanted to try the mint one. So I did that one, and holy shit, man. It was like a delicious kick in the mouth. It was so fucking good. Like, it was so good that when I was actually cutting my pieces the next day for another cookie, and I got a little bit of frosting on my finger, and I licked it, I was disappointed I was eating another cookie and not that one again. But I was like, I'll go back to it. But it was it's number 5 for me. So it was the Blue Mint, double fudge brownie, the pumpkin cake, and then Funfetti.
Yeah, Funfetti was...
It's still good. I still like it, but in that list...
I disagree.
It's a standard sugar cookie, and sugar cookies are pretty solid overall for me, so...
Yeah, I was just disappointed in the effort. It's a very low fucking effort cookie. Especially because they've done nothing but Funfetti they've done a lot of that lately.
Well, last week they had the what was it? The Funfetti milkshake, or was it the week before that?
No, that was a while ago, and I have that up there on my list. It as pretty decent. Where I just saw it. Where'd it go?
Nah, man, that was last week because we had the peanut butter brittle brownie batter. Oh no, that was
2 weeks ago. Last week was the pink cookie box that was fucking terrible.
Yeah,
wasn't a good cookie in that whole bunch.
Okay, so
yeah, I was just disappointed by Funfetti because it was kind of just flavorless. I mean, it's just a sugar cookie with colored sprinkles in it.
Yeah,
there's no frosting. There's no. It's not.
I kind of feel that way with the pumpkin cake a little bit, in that it feels like we've already had the pumpkin cake.
Yeah, it was very similar, but it was very good. It was. Yeah. It was. Instead of a pumpkin spice cookie, though, it was very fluffy.
Yeah, it was.
So it was more good,
but I was a little confused when I saw it pop up. I was like, did we just eat this one? So,
yeah. And the double fudge brownie hit middle of the pack for me. 29 out of total of 48 cookies all time. And I've noticed a trend. Their chocolate-based cookies for me tend to trend downward for me. They're usually really dry for me. Yeah, I don't know. Just seems to be a trend with their chocolate cookies for me.
Yeah.
Where they're
I can
kind
see
of
that.
dry.
I can see that. I still really like it because I like the chocolate. I'm that guy who likes the chocolate, the chocolate cake fudge. What you know what I mean? Like where it's the triple chocolate fudge, cake or whatever you get at the restaurants. I'm usually one that goes for that. So I enjoy my chocolate for sure.
Yeah, you give me something that's ooey gooey chocolate, I'm all on board. But if you just give me something that's just chocolate with chocolate chips and brownie chunks or something like that, that's just super dry to me. I want the ooey gooey, like I want the chocolate syrup, and I want the lava cake experience basically.
Yeah, makes sense. But man, that fucking Blue Mint, go get it.
Easily the best of the week.
I can't wait. Every time that cookie comes into play, it's gonna be on that plate.
And I think it was one of their new ones. Like it's never been done before. It was the cookie version of mint chocolate chip ice cream is what it was.
It was so fucking good.
It was
especially awesome. With it being a chilled cookie, that it's not just a mint cookie, it's a chilled mint cookie, and it's really good.
I wonder if they're ever going to do like an Andy's mint cookie.
They will. I saw it on the list when we were going through it.
Oh yeah? Okay.
Yeah. So that'll probably be like a holiday thing.
I'm down.
Fucking around Christmas, November, December time. Man.
Eggnog's starting to hit shelves now too. So
I know. Yeah. We're gonna pick up our first bottle Sunday.
Do you need to when you go get your Shamrock, because I know that's what you're gonna get. Mm-hmm. If you see it, get the glass bottle Dan Zeeson Dairy eggnog. I'm telling you, dude, it will.
Yeah, but they don't have that shit at Fry's.
Yes, they do.
Do they?
We get ours.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Well, send me the name in a text. Otherwise, I'll forget about it.
Okay.
So yeah, I want to make sure that we get the same ones. If we're gonna do like a taste test.
I dig it.
So, other than that, man, what's new? What's going on?
Not much. Just continuing this adventure in fasting.
Yeah, how's that going? Yeah. How's the check-in? What's the check-in like?
So I'm down to 211 now. Started at 220. I seem to have hit a wall at 211 though, but it's because I'm not shitting. Like I've just stopped shitting, and it's really frustrating because I'm doing everything else, I think, pretty sure correctly, and I'm just not shitting. So there's this, I'm hovering between like 211.2 to 212. Like I'm in this range. I've been there for a few days now, a couple days, and it's pretty frustrating. So today I got some stool softener and stimulant. So it's gonna happen. Like I'm taking proactive steps to make myself shit because it's super frustrating that I haven't.
Makes sense.
What's going on with you?
Have you also been like trying to work out at all? Trying to do anything to make yourself sweat? Because it could be a lot of water weight.
It could be a lot of water weight. I have cut back on my water a little. I was doing a gallon a day. I'm now doing about a half. But if to help a person take a dump, more water helps. Right. So I'm in this kind of a rock and hard place.
That goes back to what I was saying. It couldn't be a less of a shit issue and more, I guess, water weight.
No, I don't think it's a dehydration issue because I feel pretty well hydrated. I'm urinating regularly. That's not really a problem I'm experiencing. It's just more fiber in the diet. I've been when I do eat, I've been trying to sneak in pears and peaches.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just like
prune juice. Is that supposed to do it?
Well, I was doing fruits that start with P tend to be things that help. So pears, peaches, prunes, prune juice, things like that. Pineapple
pizza.
So the reason I started with pears and peaches though is because we already have some here in the house. So we didn't need to make a special trip for that. But they're just not cutting it. So now I got this softener stimulant stuff that I'm basically hitting the cheat button. Like I'm hitting the fuck it. Let's speed this up a bit. So
I hear that Fascinations actually has some pretty good stimulants. If you'd like.
That's very strange.
Talking about dildos.
Yeah, I guess if you're going to do ass play stuff, you need to be cleared out, right? So
Right.
I guess it makes sense that they have it.
I was just talking about anal plugs and shit like that, like
Yeah.
stimulate the other way.
I get what you're saying now. Got it. Okay. So yeah, actually, when we finish up recording this evening, I will be starting. I will take some of that, and then hopefully, by the time I go to bed this evening,
You shit the bed.
we get some movement. Hey, that's a risk. That is a risk I'm willing to take right now, sir.
We got a washer. It's ready to go.
Yeah.
We pre-did all our laundry, just in case.
Other than that, I don't have much going on. I know Jessica, she had an appointment today, so she's going to be getting LASIK. She is eligible for that, so she's going to be doing that.
Man. That is the best.
Yep. So that'll be a week from now. Next Friday, she'll have that done. And
Super easy, man. It's one of, as far as surgeries goes, that's one of the best ones.
Yeah, I've been messing with her. Like when she got home, I was like, "So how do you feel about getting your eyeballs sliced open in a week?"
It's super cool, man. Like you're awake for that shit,
Yeah, I'll go blind before I ever get it. I don't even like air touching my eyes, let alone a
but you don't even feel it.
Laser beam.
You don't see any of that. Well, you see them with the scalpel, but you don't feel that because they put numbing drops in your eyes. And
dude, my eyes are just watering thinking about, like, just talking about it makes my eyes.
It is so fucking neat. I wish that I could have recorded what I saw when that happened because it was cool. You take, get your eye drops. They feel like normal eye drops. You sit in a room for about 20 minutes, half hour, something like that. And it numbs your eye, right? Then they take you in. Yeah, you're dressed up in your gown and your hair, hairnet and all that. They lay you on the table like you're going into a surgery. This is how unevasive this surgery is that the room that I went into had blinds open so everybody in the waiting room can see me get it done.
Wow.
It was such a cool thing, man. So everyone who's getting the surgery done, you could just sit there and watch them do it. So what it looked like to me is, you see the scalpel, right? And it's almost like you pressed your face up against a glass pane and you're watching somebody just screw around. That is like, you're not even there. You don't feel anything. Like they put like a little suction cup on your eye to kind of lift it a little bit so it's away from your eyelids. They do like a little C and then they fold it over. And that's crazy because you can see, right? And then when they fold it over, everything goes super blurry, like incredibly blurry. And then
I can't.
And then they're like, okay. Then you see like a little plate come above you, right? It looks like, those old space heaters, those circular metal ones.
Yeah.
So it looks like that. They bring it over you, and then they tell you, they're like, okay, here we go, and we're gonna do this in 3, 2, 1. And then you just see strobe lights. Like you're turning on strobe lights, you can hear it like a static almost, and then you see it like a strobe light, and then like, great, we're all done with that one. And then they take like a little paintbrush and they're painting over it, which is supposed to help it heal. And then they do the same thing for the other one. And then when you're done, your vision looks like that you were swimming all day with, and looking underwater. So everything's like really hazy. And then for like the next week or 2 weeks, you take 2 different eye drops and it's awesome. You go home, go to bed. You take Valium if you need help sleeping so you can sleep the day. But it was fucking neat, man. I'll tell you, waking up and knowing my glasses are on the table next to the bed and the digital clock that I have is across the room, and I just look over without touching my glasses and I can read the fucking time. It is the coolest fucking feeling.
My eyes are like tearing. Like I'm almost crying. Not like my eye. Like I'm just. I hate things touching my eyes. I don't even like eye drops touching my eyes.
Which is funny because you fuck around with your eyes all the time when you flip your eyelids inside out.
Yeah, but that's not touching my eye. That's touching my eyelashes. Like it's me doing it. It's not something else.
Yeah.
It bothers me. Like I said, I'll probably go blind before I ever get LASIK because I unless they want to fucking knock me out for it, which they won't. You're
crazy, man. It's so awesome. Good, good for her for getting it. It's going to be life changing.
I mean, I'm ahead of the game a little bit because I don't need glasses as it is. I don't think. I should probably get an eye exam, but as of right now, I'm not even in glasses to start with. So I got a long ways to go if I ever do get to that point.
Right. But it's
fortunately, we knew that this might be coming, so we've been saving up for a bit. So we don't even have to worry about that. It'll just be, paid for and done. Don't have to worry about it.
Awesome. That's awesome, man. And fuck. Good for her. That is awesome. I'm excited. I am so excited that I had it that I get excited when other people say they're going to get it.
Yeah,
it's such a cool fucking thing, man.
Yeah, she's been wanting to get it for a couple of years now, and then she finally went and confirmed that she's a candidate, and then got it scheduled, and we're going to get it done.
Nice. I think a lot of people are candidates now. I mean, technology for that has really progressed in a way that it's almost unheard of that you can't get it for whatever reason. I remember my mom, when they first came out, she had astigmatism in her eye. And so she wasn't a candidate. And then fast forward, I don't know, 7 to 10 years. And they're like, great, you're a good candidate for it. So I wouldn't be surprised that we push it far enough to where 100% of humanity or whatever could get that surgery if needed or wanted, I guess. I do have a question. Did you look into it for your insurance?
Yeah, they gave us a 10% discount based on our insurance. Okay.
I wasn't sure because I talked to Mary about getting it because her eyes are getting pretty bad, and we hadn't looked up if the insurance would cover any of it because
they don't cover it, but you get a discount if you have it.
Okay. Well, that's still something. So, it's better than no,
Yeah. And we also ask if they do a cash discount, and if they do a cash discount, because sometimes doctors' offices and medical providers will do that. But the place she's going doesn't. So, oh well.
That's neat. Well, awesome. Keep us updated on that. I'd like to know what her experience was on that.
By the time we record next week, I'll be able to tell you. Cool. Because it's getting done next Friday morning. And we typically record in the afternoons and evenings. So we'll be home by the time we record next week. And I can give you.
She'll be sleeping for sure.
She'll be sleeping about 15 feet away from where I record. Yeah.
She'll be all doped up.
Yeah. They're going to give her a Valium before and then a prescription for a few to take home. So
yeah. And that's if you want it. I didn't actually need to take it at all. I was just, fuck it. I'm just going to go home, go to bed. I didn't have any issues with it, but my mom, she had to take it.
I guess we'll find out.
But the eye drops, I think, were the most pain in the ass thing. She may show, I had a couple broken blood vessels in my eye for the procedure, but that goes away in a week.
Okay.
It's not crazy. It just looks like you touched your eye too much and now it's red.
Yeah, it's a little rough because next Friday is the procedure, and then the following Wednesday, I leave for 5 days. I'm going out of town.
She'll be fine. She's going to be fine, Saturday morning. She'll just have to, take her eye drops. What I recommend, and if she listens to this come Monday, is a good thing to do is take your eye drops right before bed, right? Right before you're ready to go to sleep completely. That way, when they go in there, you can close your eyes and then let the drops just sit there and do its thing while you're sleeping.
That makes sense.
So, fucking A, man.
I just had a fucking tear roll down my cheek talking about all this. It's ridiculous.
It's super cool. I love that shit. Science, man. What time to be alive? You know what I mean?
It's science.
So
it's only a matter of time before they just give us fucking bionic eyes with eagle vision.
They actually have a thing for that. I've been looking into it. I'm actually tempted to put in to see if I could get that. It is a real thing. I actually found it when I was looking up stocks, and I found a company that does, I forget what exactly they do. It's a company that works with a company that does bionic eyes. So I was all excited about it. Mary says that if I do that, she's out of here because she doesn't want me to look like a Terminator, But was like, I fucking want it. You know what I mean? Like, if you could start letting me, and I think this is where I will start having a problem. This will be my actual addiction. I don't have an addictive personality, but this will be something that I'm addicted to. You let me redo my eyes as robotic eyes, and then you start letting me do prosthetics to my body. I will fucking do that.
Like a real life Inspector Gadget.
Oh, well, kind of. I mean, I don't want all those fucking gadgets. You know what I mean? But like, how about give me some metallic bones? Not quite like Wolverine, but something where it's like, if I get into a car wreck, I'm not gonna fucking shatter my leg.
Yeah, like a lattice work around the bone or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. You know what I mean? I want that. If you can start encasing my internal organs in a nice shell, I'll do that as well. Or if you can start replacing my organs with
I'm a lot more interested
machines.
on what they can do on the cellular level.
That
with
nanotech.
nanotech rejuvenation. It's probably only a matter of time before they find out how to just like stop cells from aging.
Fucking A. Let me do it. I'll do it. Give me that shit so I can get my hair back, I want, like, it makes me so mad, man. You look at people like Brad Pitt and Jason Bateman and all this shit who has like fucking great ass hair, and they can do whatever hairstyle they want at any goddamn time. And we're over here like fucking chumps just watching it hit the ground.
No, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, are they actually naturally keeping their hair, or are they paying some price to keep and maintain that? I'm sure it's I would suspect it's the latter. Genetics always help. I'm sure
they have some crazy shit, but you look at those people like Ewan McGregor. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, if I could pay somebody to like
fucking genes.
If I could have enough money to pay somebody to just sit there and wash my hair while I like play video games or something, I'd pay that.
I would. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I would for sure.
That's one of my favorite things. When I go get a haircut, she will wash it before I get a haircut and then afterwards. So I get a double wash every time. I love it.
That is nice. Especially
if I'm able to get in early in the morning, first thing in the morning, double wash. God damn, what a way to wake up. But I'm all for that cellular regeneration and the robotics. I'll fucking do that. Cyberpunk me up, man. Give me it. I want it.
Gimme.
Give me it. So, speaking of other things like robotics and corporations, Best Buy. Have you seen this? Best Buy is doing Black Friday starting November 19th.
It's starting early.
Yeah. So they're actually doing it because of the pandemic, which I think is really neat. And I did hear rumors going around that some companies were going to start doing this. What they said is actually Black Friday price guarantee will start November 1st. And essentially what that means is that no matter what price drops, if I go on November 1st and I buy a TV and then they decide to do a Black Friday deal and it knocks off $400, as long as I go in there before November 26th, I can get a refund for the price difference.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So
we decided to hold off on buying our TV specifically for Black Friday.
Yeah. I would obviously keep an eye on that but check out Best Buy for sure. Cause you could get one, especially if it's a new one, get one November 1st. So you don't have to deal with the whole Black Friday thing. You'll have it ready to go for the Xbox and then just keep the receipt. And once it, that price is obviously going to drop, especially for newer TVs.
Right.
And then go get a refund.
Yeah, it's just a question of if we can find the one that we've already decided to get. That'll be the test.
I'm sure they will. If it's at Costco, Best Buy has it.
Yeah, well, what I've seen on Best Buy, they have the 65-inch, and we were going to get the 77-inch. So we'll see.
Check their online; they might actually ship it. It's probably in their warehouse and not in the store.
Yeah, we'll have to have it shipped. Yeah. We don't have a vehicle large enough to transport a fucking 77-inch TV.
Not even your truck bed will do it.
If I take the toolbox out, sure. But do I want to drive down the road, an interstate with a 77-inch TV that could get fucked up by some stupid rock or something?
Yes.
Because that would be my luck. Like a tiny little rock would puncture through the box and just fuck it up on my drive home. Because that's how things go for me.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. So, yeah, November 1st, the Black Friday price guarantee starts. November 19th, Black Friday sales start. So keep an eye on it for that date. Unless you don't want to wait because you're getting your Xbox sooner, then
we'll
November
probably just wait.
1st. Then they're doing their Best Buy Thanksgiving sales on November 25th. And then November 26th, they actually have a Black Friday. Their stores will be limited capacity because they still want, we're still in a pandemic. So they're still going to try to keep everybody good to go. And then on the 27th, Cyber Monday deals begin.
Of course.
So they're giving people 3 days of Cyber Monday deals because that'll be a Saturday when it starts.
And what was the ship date for the Halo Xbox?
November. Well, it comes out the 8th.
So they're going to ship
it'll
it probably the
ship
6th.
out like the 6th or 7th.
I would imagine they're pre-staging those too, strategically around the country. They're not all going to come from, wherever.
Maybe.
One
probably.
spot.
They're probably shipping it to a couple different warehouses if they have a couple throughout the country. So they're not coming out of one single one.
And it was through, you were able to get it through GameStop, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yep. So they, I looked at it the other day. It still shows that it's, pre-ordered and then just waiting on them to charge it, which they'll do when they ship it.
Yeah. Okay.
So I've been trying to keep an eye on the controller for you, but keep missing out.
Yeah.
That one's a little bit harder.
Yeah, eventually. At this point, I'm actually more interested in getting a headset, a proper headset.
Yeah. Hey man, get that wireless Xbox one for $100. It's pretty solid.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do.
So
I'm just trying to suck it up right now with the games I'm playing on Xbox currently. I have 3 Xbox controllers, and all of them have that joystick drift that happens after you use it.
Stop manhandling it.
It's just super annoying. Like you're trying to aim down sight and get a sniper shot off, and then it just starts fucking drifting up and to the right. And you're like, oh, God damn it.
Yeah.
Missed my shot. For no reason other than it's all worn out.
Are you going to send them in to get replaced or repaired?
No, they're for the Xbox One. So
they'll still move over.
Will they? They're compatible?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know you could send them in to get fixed either.
I have a blue Xbox One controller that I moved over that I bought for when Mary and I ever play on the Xbox, which is rare. So it's almost like brand new. I think she's played it twice, but I synced it up. Works just fine. And it registers it as an Xbox One controller, which is kind of cool. And it can still do any updates it needs to and whatever through the Series X.
I did not know that. Mm-hmm. Learn something new every day.
So you can get them repaired, which you might pay a small fee, but it's going to be cheaper overall than buying a new controller. Unless you would just want to get new controllers, then whatever.
Yeah, I might. I don't know. I like being able to hand my kids controllers with no batteries in them, and they help me play.
Yeah.
Quote unquote.
Yeah, you could keep, if you have 3 controllers,
you
keep 2. Trade in your Xbox with the one controller, and then that way they can, it's messed up, so they don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
So, but speaking of Xbox Series X, did you see that text I sent you with the special editions?
Yes, I did see that, and they're ridiculous.
Oh man, they are really ridiculous. So Xbox teamed up with Nickelodeon, and they were doing the Series X special editions for the Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. They did a SpongeBob SquarePants one, and that was the first one I saw, and I was like, wow. I was like, it's funny because somebody made a joke online when the Series X was announced. So this was going through Twitter where they just made a SpongeBob and they shaped it like the Xbox, and then they put a black controller next to it. That's actually the Xbox now, and it just has a SpongeBob faced controller. It looks sleek. I will say that. I like the cartoony coloring, but then I saw that they're also doing a Ninja Turtle one with Leonardo on the front, and I really fucking want that one. So I've been trying to win a contest because it's a giveaway only. And so I'm trying to win it. And if I can, I'm getting that Leonardo one just to have on the shelf. I don't even care. It's almost like the Far Cry 6 special edition that I'm trying to win as well. That
looks really cool.
Yeah, it looks like trash almost with a bomb strapped to the side of it because, that's what you do in that game. So I don't think I'd ever play it, but it would definitely sit on a shelf as a fucking cool, conversation piece. Take that downstairs. Oh, this is my Far Cry 6 special edition. Yeah, pretty neat, huh? And then I get yelled at for bringing it downstairs for no reason. I would totally do that. But it looks really fucking cool. So win it for me. I want it. Give me it.
Okay, that's fair. You helped me get my pre-order in, so it's the least I could do if I win.
But speaking of controllers, Danway,
what's up?
The Nintendo dropped an Animal Crossing update for the Nintendo Switch.
Yes.
It goes into detail. I know you don't play Animal Crossing, but a lot of people, it's one of the best-selling games on the Switch. And I've
heard nothing but good things.
Yeah, I've been actually thinking about it, and I was like, if you guys get a Switch for the family, that would be a cool game probably to get your kids into, or at least pretend that they're playing it with a controller. But they're doing an update that comes out this month, so October. They're doing a sizable chunk, right? So it's a free version. It's a 2.0 update that's going to bring with a new shop that will go into the museum, which is a coffee shop. But they're also going to be sending out a huge chunk called Happy Home Paradise, which is going to be a paid DLC for the game. This actually has me pretty excited. It all has me actually really excited, but I like the paid DLC version. It's only going to be $25. And it's going to, hold on, now that I have the article up in front of me. So it's coming out November 5th, and it's going to be $24.99. However, it will be included at no extra cost for those who are subscribed to the Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack. And I'll get into that in a moment. So this expansion pack is essentially a whole fucking new game that they added. You can jump into a boat with a couple extra characters. They take you to different islands that have different, plants and trees and all this kind of shit, right? Then you go into another section that is essentially your job. They're giving your character a job to do, and you can go there and you're running a resort. So it's a bunch of different islands with different, weather, so it could be if a polar bear character is there, he wants to be somewhere cold, or penguin or whatever, you can set it up on an island that's all frozen. So it's really neat, and you can customize all these houses to fit the area. You can customize the look. You have new furniture. You can hang stuff on the walls higher, like shelves. You can hang stuff on the roof, like lamps and stuff like that. I know it sounds super fucking boring probably to you, but this is really neat, and the internet is going crazy for those who play Animal Crossing. I kind of fell off it a little bit, but that was more because I just got really busy with freelance work, and because I was playing it every day, and I played it every day for over a year since it came out. And so they have all kinds of crazy shit. Very exciting. So what comes with the expansion pass for the online, that's where that's the Nintendo 64 games and the Sega Genesis games, and they're bringing that out. So that they finally gave us an update on the price. It's going to be $49.99 for the year for a single user, or I believe $79.99 for the year for family accounts. And that can be up to 5 accounts on one Switch that can utilize this. So that seems a little pricey, but if everybody uses the same Switch and everything like that, it actually works out pretty nicely.
Oh, for sure.
But even the $49.99, I was like, I pay more for my Xbox, old games Pass Ultimate or whatever it's called, and my PlayStation Plus subscription a year. So that's actually pretty awesome. $49.99 gets you the Animal Crossing expansion pass for free, which is $25 on its own, right? So you're already you already got half your money back for that if you play Animal Crossing. You're getting the Nintendo 64 games, right? You're getting the Sega Genesis games, you're getting the NES games, you're getting the Super NES games. So you're getting like 5 fucking packs of shit.
That's a pretty
plus
good deal.
The ability to play online for $50 a year. So
I wish Game Pass was only $50 a year.
Right? But really fucking cool. I did buy today one of the Sega Genesis controllers because I want to get 2. The Nintendo 64 controllers were sold out. That's the only reason I bought the Sega Genesis one. Because I need to get 4 controllers for the Nintendo 64 one. So I can play multiplayer with everybody in the house and we can feel that fucking sweet ass controller.
Nostalgia.
Dude, I can't. It's so fucking exciting. I still have to get my Super Nintendo controllers, but anyway, to keep you updated with stuff that you're not playing. But if you ever get a Switch, I do recommend Animal Crossing for sure, and obviously play online because you can visit other people's islands. You know, Adam has an island for his kids. I have one for myself, and the kids have their Switch. So it works.
I dig it. No,
So,
I've heard good things about Animal Crossing, so maybe one day.
Yeah.
Getting the Switch is the hard part.
It's a lot easier nowadays. I actually saw one at the store. They're doing the new OLED, OLED. Don't call it OLED, but that's what Nintendo says. Yeah, it's SWOLED, the Switch online or Switch, OLED, so the SWOLED. But get that one, especially if you've never had one. You get the brighter screen, you get more real estate on, for the screen and better battery life than even the one I have. So
that's the TV we're getting. We're going to get an OLED TV.
Yeah. Might as well. Get it up.
They're really fucking nice. They're a little more expensive, but
you get what you pay for, and you're going to keep that TV for 8 years.
Dude, the thing is only as thick as like a couple credit cards stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
The thickest part is where all the plugins are, the HDMIs and all that kind of shit.
Yep.
That's where the thickness comes from. It's not the screen. The screen is nothing now.
Yeah, it's super thin. It's exciting. I can't wait to upgrade our TV downstairs for that. So those are some of the things that came out this week. Also, if you're, again, not for you, Dan, because you're an Xbox guy, but PlayStation is celebrating their 5th year with PlayStation VR. And so to celebrate it, they're giving 5 free VR games next month for PlayStation Plus users. They haven't determined what those games are. I bet you I'm going to have a couple of them already, like Moss and whatever. But I hope that at least 3 of the games that they come out with, I don't already own. So,
yeah, that'd be disappointing if that's the case.
Yeah, because then it's like, great. I wish that they would be like, here's 10 different games, select 5. Because that would be cool.
Right.
Because I have a handful of VR games, but
yeah, it kind of screws over the people that have already been in that space.
Yeah.
Like have already been doing it. Kind of screws them over.
Yeah, I know Moss will be on there for sure. I can feel it, and I already own it. But it's awesome for people who don't own it on the VR because that game is really fucking cool. So I hope they give me blood money or whatever it is. That one seemed really cool. I just haven't purchased it. That was kind of like it's kind of like that. That VR game I had you try when you were here on the PlayStation Worlds where you were shooting people and you're trying to get out of, being strapped to a chair. That developer made a full game that's just like that. So, but I just hadn't had a chance to pick it up because it's a pain in the ass for me to set up the VR downstairs. But if you give it to me for free, I'll set that shit up and play it.
Cool. Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. So check that out. I'll keep everybody updated because with it coming out in November, we have a couple weeks before they announce what those games are going to be. And then finally, did you hear about this FIFA bullshit?
No, I don't pay attention to anything soccer news.
So FIFA, the video game, right?
Sure.
Just like Madden, is wanting to charge EA. They want $4 billion, or I'm sorry, $1 billion every 4 years for the title.
250 million a year. Get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
250 million a year.
So I think what it is
for the same game every year.
Yeah. So I think the organization, EA, is either looking to up their cost for the game, or they're going to change the name of FIFA. So we won't have FIFA games anymore. It'll be like a spiritual successor, essentially, because they're not
the sensible world of soccer.
Right. So, yeah, essentially, if they can't come to an agreement, EA Sports will be changing the title of that game, which I thought was interesting that they're doing that, because without FIFA, I would think in the States, I would say about 95% of the people wouldn't know what the fuck FIFA was without that game.
Oh, almost certainly. So most people in the United States don't give a flying fuck about soccer. Rightfully so.
Yeah. Unless it's Ted Lasso. And then I give all kinds of shits. So I thought that was interesting. I would think, like, it just felt weird to hear that almost, which is, I mean, I have no horse in the race, you know what I mean? But I thought it was interesting. It's almost like, what's going to be next? Is Madden? Is NFL going to be like, hey, let's up your price or whatever? So then Madden's going to change their name?
It's possible, but the NFL is having a rough go of it right now themselves with all these leaked emails and John Gruden getting canceled. And now people are demanding the release of every document that they have so they can see who else is a piece of shit. Oh, it's a mess. It's a mess.
But you can get that NFL, football betting app that I've heard so much about. So anyway, that's what I have for the news for
and that's the news.
Videos. And that's the news. Dan, what have you been playing?
Just the usual stuff, man. I'm just still waiting for that Xbox to come my way. I think the first game I'm going to be picking up once I get everything set up and ready to roll will be Far Cry 6.
Nice. I've actually been pretty heavy into it.
That's going to be the first thing I start with on the new TV and the new Xbox. I'm really going to...
Not Halo?
Well, I mean... So my November is super crazy. So when everything comes together and everything is ready to roll at the same time...
Yeah.
I don't know when exactly that will be. That's the problem. So...
Maybe we'll have the Halo co-op out by then.
Maybe.
And then we can run through it.
I know that this evening we're going to be reorganizing and redecorating our entire living room, and so that we can paint the wall that we want to paint. But after that, we're just going to have to let it dry and then let it sit empty for a while, because we already have the TV mount that we want, but we still need the TV and we still need a new entertainment center.
Yeah.
So it's going to be piecemeal, especially with me being in and out of town so much in the next month or so.
And a half.
Yeah.
Well, fucking A, man. Keep us posted on it, for sure.
Yeah, but mostly it's just all the same stuff, some stuff on my phone, PUBG, Minecraft. Depends on who's online and who wants to play what when I'm on there.
Yeah. Well, I can say Far Cry 6 is pretty fun. So once you get it, I can give you some pointers. I don't want to spoil. I mean, it's not really spoiling. You get like a crazy backpack of weaponry,
Sure.
So you can change things. I do save that. So I shoot like 6 missiles out of it. And when I get overwhelmed by the enemy, because once you start killing people, then Castillo, the villain, he starts sending out his elite people. So you can kind of see like a little gauge next to the map. And when it turns red with a skull, he sends his elite people after you. And that includes helicopters and shit like that. So I will save the backpack ammo for that. And then I fire it at the helicopter right away so I can take that out. And then as I pick off his enemies, or, my enemies, it reloads my backpack. So if another helicopter or plane shows up, I could just launch it at them again. Pretty fucking cool. Yeah.
Good to know.
So it's a lot of fun. I'm digging it. Right now I'm going around just doing collectibles and, random side missions and shit like that. So I know I've been hearing people are beating it already, but I still haven't even beat the first location, and I've been playing it a little bit every day.
Yeah,
So,
but there are other people out there that have not stopped playing it since it was released.
right.
So
Yeah, that's true. Because I'm also playing Metroid Dread. That game's kicking my ass. I'm taking that super slow because that game is fucking hard. You know, I go into an area and I get my ass kicked. They're one of the robots that's in the area because they will hunt you down. Fucking murders me, man. Just fucking punches me in the face. I die. I go back and it doesn't reset. And so sometimes they'll be right on me as soon as I walk into the room. So I have to kind of figure out where I need to go slowly and then make a fucking beeline for it as soon as I'm ready to do so. So while Metroid games, you're trying to find, explore everything and find the collectibles and stuff like that so you can get better, energy tanks and for your health and missile tanks for your missiles. So that one's going to be a slow burn for me for sure.
That's fair.
Far Cry 6, I'm enjoying. Plus, it's funny, once I get into one of the vehicles, Livin' Da Vida Loca comes on by Ricky Martin. So I'm just fucking just running around these islands, or flying around the island with Ricky Martin blaring. It's really fun.
That's just silly, sir.
Hey, if you can't have a silly time, then what the fuck are you doing?
Fair point.
So that's it for my games, man. That's it for what we're doing for games. What have you been watching? What's new in the TV land?
Oh, just continuing on with the MCU. I'm still in Punisher season 2. I'm getting super annoyed. Have you watched it?
No. I didn't like Punisher. I got 3 or 4 episodes in, and then I had to stop. I just couldn't care.
Yeah. Season 2. There's this. Trying not to. I mean, it's a couple years old, so it's not the end of the world. But, so okay. He randomly comes across this girl in a bar, and that's who he's protecting now. And she's like 16, 17, something like that. She's a super fucking annoying character and a complete idiot. And it's really distracting from the rest of everything in that show. There's also a side story going on with one of his villains from the first season.
Yeah.
Where he's like recovering from injuries and blah, blah. And it's just like, I don't really care about that. Like that was season 1's story. I don't give a fuck about that anymore. Why are we letting that creep in still? But yeah, this girl that he's protecting and like trying to figure out what's going on with her, she's super fucking annoying. She undermines him constantly. Like just annoying, whiny, bratty. Yeah, just obnoxious. Like, can we just not? I just want to watch him fuck people up.
Right.
Like, that's what I'm watching Punisher for, not to watch a teenage girl be fucking whiny and panicky.
Yeah, and that's, I think, why I thought I'll leave my Punisher in season 2 of Daredevil.
Probably not a terrible idea. The fight scenes, of course, are amazing. Like those instances where he does, fuck shit up. Like there's one of the episodes, was it 2 episodes ago that I watched? They are pinned down by a small army of people inside a rural sheriff's office with several officers and blah blah blah. And he goes out and fucks shit up. And I was like, damn, this is the kind of stuff I want to see. There's also a good bar fight scene early in the season, episode 1. That was awesome, but
kind of like the hallway scenes.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, they're not quite the hallway scenes
of the hallway scene.
Yeah, they were good, but there's not enough of them. You might get one every other episode. It's like, come on, it's not what I'm watching The Punisher for.
Yeah, I want him to blow shit up and kill.
I want him to punish.
Right. And sometimes he's just giving warnings for the 8th time. I'll ground you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That sucks.
I'll get through it. I got through, dude. This is miles ahead of Cloak and Dagger and The Runaways. Like this is Academy Award worthy viewing compared to those shows. So
I'm sorry, what's that episode did you say you were on again?
I'm on season 2, episode 6 or 7. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Oh, there's only 8 or 10, right? 10,
Something like that. Yeah.
So you're
So
getting close.
I'm almost done.
What's going to be next after that?
That's a good question. I think I go back to Marvel. I think I go back to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think.
Fuck, man.
I'm getting there.
A lot of TV.
I'm getting there. I don't even remember what's going on in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. anymore. It's been a long time since I've been into that in the MCU chronological.
Yeah.
So
I might go back and rewatch it 'cause I didn't get a chance to finish it.
Oh, I apologize. It's next up for me is Jessica Jones season 3.
Oh.
Then it will be Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ooh.
And then Infinity War. Then I go into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. after those two.
So you already watched Doctor Strange?
I did.
Okay. We actually just finished that the other night.
Yep.
So that's
Doctor Strange. So yeah, that was item 44 on my list was Doctor Strange. And I am just about to finish 63.
The line item you're on?
Yeah. The Punisher season 2 is number 63 on my list.
Fuck. That's crazy. That's a lot of shit, man.
And 44 was Doctor Strange. So I am trucking along here.
You finished even Thor Ragnarok because that comes. So you're right between Thor Ragnarok and Ant-Man and Wasp then.
Yep, I'm right before Ant-Man and Wasp chronologically.
Yeah, my next movie is Thor Ragnarok, then Ant-Man and Wasp. That's where I'm at in our movie watch through. So, maybe I think our next one's actually Spider-Man. Let me look at my list.
No, it's Black Panther. Doctor Strange, Black Panther, Homecoming, Ragnarok.
Based on Disney, it went Civil War, Black Panther, Black Widow, Doctor Strange.
No, we're working on a different chronological list, I guess.
Yeah, I'm basing it off of what they have on Disney Plus, and then I'm using a list a little bit to figure out where Spider-Man falls into place. So Spider-Man is next, and then Thor Ragnarok, then Ant-Man and Wasp, the 2 Avengers movies, Spider-Man again, and then we fall into the new ones.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. The list I'm working off of, I don't know how they determined the chronological order. They don't explain that. They just say, hey, here's the chronological order of the entire MCU.
Yeah.
But they don't explain why or how they
I think I was actually basing it off of the website you sent me. And then when I compared it to Disney, there was actually a couple movies that were swapped that came first.
So, yeah, maybe it's not perfect.
It could be that those
close.
were taking place at the same time, and it doesn't really matter.
Possibly.
You know?
That's possible.
So that's where we're at for our movies.
What about you? What have you been watching? You finished Ted Lasso, right?
I did finish Ted Lasso, and I didn't realize holy fuck, man. I love that show. It is such a good fucking show. Get Apple Plus, watch that show. So good. But I realized that they're only going to do 3 seasons, which super sucks for me. But I would rather them end it how they want to end it than have it continuously go and then drag on and then people fall off. Because I feel like they have such a positive environment for that show that it's almost like Schitt's Creek, where you're going to be sad that it ends, but you're going to be happy that it ended the way that they stopped when they did. So I already have a feeling of how it's going to end, but I don't want to get into it because you haven't seen it. I recommend it, man. After Marvel, after you catch up on your Marvel walkthrough, fucking get Apple Plus and run through it because it's
the MCU thing is going to be my focus. We also decided to keep Hulu because we now watch Hulu through the Xbox.
Yeah.
0 problems. So it is 100% our Fire TV.
Have you tried updating it?
Yes. We've tried updating it. We've tried resetting it to factory. We tried
turning it off and turning it back on again.
Yeah, we did. Come on.
Well,
we tried all of it.
I mean, it's possible. How old is it?
Fuck. It just slows. 3-4 years.
Okay, that's probably why.
It's just fucking ancient, and it's
probably stopped doing updates probably like 6 months ago or a year ago, and that's why I'm starting to notice that on one of the kids' Fire Stick, like the UI on it is the old one, and on the other one it looks completely different. So I thought maybe they fucked around with it. They went on YouTube and were like, let me fuck with the settings or something. So I looked it up, and that's not the case. It's just one of the Fire Sticks is newer than the other one, and I bought them at the same time. I guess they were just labeled incorrectly on Amazon when I bought it. But the other one, so it's probably what the same instance as yours is, that it's done, so you can get another one so you're up to date. But
that's entirely possible, because it's to the point now where if we press just a directional button to like swap something, like I don't want Hulu, I want to go to this app. You have to press the button, and it takes a couple seconds for it to actually move. It is slow.
Yeah, it's time to update. So just get like the 4K one,
we'll probably wait for Black Friday to get another one, because they'll be super cheap.
Yeah, which is nice. The black or the 4K one is usually I think like $10 more, and with the sales they'll probably be cheaper than the standard one. So
yeah, probably.
But that's cool that it works through Xbox.
Yeah, so we solved the problem.
Awesome,
and I'm sure it'll be even better when the Series X comes.
Yep. So I've been watching Ted Lasso. We finished that, but we're watching the morning show. That show is just fucked up, and it's not like fucked up like everyone's getting murdered. It's just like, holy fuck, man! Like, who in their right mind would want to work for a TV company? Like a network, for news and shit like that. Like there's so much wrong shit that's happening, backstabbing and affairs that are happening, and it's just wow. So that's our slow one. We watched that once in a sitting. We can't watch
that's a drama,
multiples.
Right?
Yeah. It's still really good. Jennifer Aniston and a bunch of actors. Like when you see him, like, I fucking know that person. So, Steve Carell, he's in it. So I'm enjoying it. And it's one of those shows where it's like, oh shit, I can't wait till next time we watch it. But, because I really want to see what happens next. But I don't want to stay in front of this train while it comes at me, today. So that's good. But I've been watching, they put up on Netflix, a new season of The Movies That Made Us. Have you watched any of those?
I watched some of the first season.
So they did season 1 and season 2. Season 3 is what they called it. They only did 2 shows. One for Elf and one for Nightmare Before Christmas. And I was kind of disappointed that we only got 2, because they were doing 4 a season, and then we got 2. Like, that sucks. I was thinking where they're going to be done, right? Or like they're not getting the views or whatever, and Netflix is going to cancel it. They came out, they fucking like ghost dropped 6 more episodes, which was awesome. Not all Halloween themed, right? So the first one we watched was Aliens, which was awesome. Now, I don't recommend you watching that until you see the movie.
Sure.
But that was really fucking cool to see, and see like all the shit that was happening. I'm fascinated with this kind of stuff. Then we watched Coming to America was the next one. That one, I've never seen Coming to America, but I watched it anyway. That was interesting to see what they did. I got the basis. I know who's in the movie. I know what the premise is. So
it's one of Samuel L. Jackson's very early movies.
Yeah, they even said it in that show. He's like an unknown actor, Samuel L. Jackson. So,
I think Cuba Gooding was in it too.
Yep. Yeah, he was. And James Earl Jones as the dad.
Yep.
Yeah. Dude,
well, he was known at that time. I'm talking about people that weren't known yet.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I think he was in the barbershop at one point.
Yeah, he was. And they showed that too. He's sitting there, he's getting his curls all done up. That was cool. So like they were talking about how Eddie Murphy was 19 when he started SNL, He was and you look at that cast, you're just like, man, these are fucking nobodies. Out of this cast that he's in.
Oh yeah,
he does. Yeah. So and I guess he's like completely right for TV, and they wanted to get him in the movie. It was super interesting. I really had a good time with that one, so I do want to watch Coming to America. And I'm not one of those people where it's like, well, it was in the 80s. I didn't actually see like Beverly Hills Cop until probably 3 years ago. You know what I mean? And I watched all three of them in a row. I don't, because we grew up in the 80s, I still have that mind of it. It's not like kids these days where it's like old movies, old. But so we watched that one. Then we watched RoboCop. That one was pretty interesting. Like the way that they talked about it, how I forget his name, the guy who played RoboCop was kind of a douche, thinking like he could just walk off, and then he gets stuck in the suit that was completely uncomfortable. And everybody that made RoboCop hated working on RoboCop because it was just uncomfortable, which I find funny because they made 3 of them.
Right.
I was like, you guys had like everybody who was making this movie was just like, no, I'm not enjoying making this movie.
Let's do it again.
I guess the movie made a lot of money for you because you did it 2 extra times after that.
Yep. Money talks.
Yeah. So we watched those 3. The next ones we have is Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, and Friday the 13th, which is pretty cool, because of Halloween, and I've seen those movies. So
it's a good trifecta right there.
Yeah. So I'm curious to see. I didn't actually realize until just recently when Mary told me that Michael Myers, his mask is just a William Shatner mask turned inside out.
I had heard that. Yeah,
so
I've heard that.
I'll let you know when I actually watch the Halloween one to see if that's actually true. Because that's my only thing that I'm thinking about. Where it's like, just fucking confirm it or not at this point. So I recommend watching that show, man. It's really cool. If you like the other ones, just don't watch Aliens yet, because we'll watch that movie and then you can go back and see it. Because it's cool, like when you see it, and then when they go and talk about it, you're like, oh shit, that's how they did that. Fascinating, man.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I've been watching. But I will say that this weekend, Sunday, we're gonna go to the drive-in. And I'm going to see James Bond. That's on the deck. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. We were going to go see Shang-Chi, and I was like, nah. 007.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to go see that yet either.
So you should this weekend.
Yeah, maybe.
Do it.
Maybe.
Go do it.
We'll see what happens.
So, comment on your Marvel walkthrough or watch through. And speaking of Samuel Jackson, right? Samuel Jackson actually has confirmed that he's begun filming the Secret Invasion TV show. So that'll be, I think, another 6 episodes, kind of like Loki, which you are coming up to.
Yep.
So
quick enough.
That's pretty cool that's coming out. Just to kind of toss that out there. He shared a picture of himself in like his chair, and you see him wearing his Nick Fury. He's wearing a Nick Fury shirt, and Nick Fury's being dusted from Thanos. So that'll be cool. It's gonna be I think it's gonna be interesting to see him do his TV show.
If they just started filming, it's probably a year and a half out, I bet.
Yeah, it'll probably come out 2023.
Yeah, probably.
So,
or
which
at
is
the
all right.
very end of 2022.
Yeah, which is quite all right, man. Because this year we have enough shit. We have The Witcher season 2 coming out. I don't know if you watched that one. You should. We have the Book of Boba Fett coming out in December.
Yeah.
And they're filming. I just saw the actor for Mandalorian post that, he was like lifting his helmet up, looking at like he did like a selfie. So they're filming Mandalorian at the moment too.
Nice.
So that's going to be incoming. So, and then
I'm
what's
excited.
interesting, do it. Yeah. Dude, what a time to be alive. You know what I mean?
I do have random thoughts once in a while, like driving down the road, like, man, if I got in a car accident right now, I'd miss so much cool shit that I know is coming. Let alone
I think that same shit too.
Let alone like what's not coming that I have no idea about. What I don't know about coming, and then like I'm like, man, I'm this far into the MCU, and then I wouldn't finish. That would suck.
Yeah, dude. I think about that sometimes when I start up a game, like like God of War, for example. If they're gonna do another one, am I gonna miss out? Like, is something gonna happen and I don't get to finish this trilogy? It's like, fuck. Yeah, I think about that from time to time as well. Mortality. We're getting older, man. That shit's really kicking in.
Yeah, we're about midlife. Thereabouts.
Not yet for me. I'm gonna be about 100, so I still have a couple decades to go.
I hit midlife at about 20, 21, so I got a solid 6 years left.
All right, so making a call out for your replacement. we gotta start vetting these people. Spider-Man, Tom Holland, he posted that with the end of the movie he's working on, No Way Home, is the end of the Homecoming trilogy, so that they're treating it like it's the end of the franchise for him. He is saying that if we do see him and the cast as those characters again, it will be a very different story. I don't think it'd be very different, but I don't think it's going to be like a Homecoming, trilogy type thing where like they do have a certain feel right now. I think it will be different where he might be a little bit older or things might have changed quite a bit based on what's happening with Marvel. So what would you like to see them do?
Didn't they also announce another Spider-Verse movie? Not Tom Holland specific.
Oh, yeah, Into the Spider-Verse 2, the animated one. So we knew that was coming based off the first one.
They're not calling it Into the Spider-Verse 2. Aren't they calling it something extremely similar, but not quite? It's like the first one was Into the Spider-Verse, and this one is Spider-Man Through the Spider-Verse. And it's like, come on. That's too similar.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure that's what they did anyway. It just seemed non-creative. Like they could have done something else than, let's just recycle this name and change one word.
Yeah, but they're doing the same shit for Homecoming.
True.
Yeah, Homecoming, Far From Home, No Way Home, same thing.
That is kind of annoying where they're super similarly named. But that's just me.
But they're doing like a leak. There's a leak out there for it. So yeah, Into the Spider-Verse is the leak. Not official yet. But whatever. And that makes sense because he's probably going to be jumping into it and going to different worlds. So it lets you know what's happening. I don't mind it because I get to see Spider-Man 2099 in this one. I saw him in the end credits on the first one.
That's your jam.
Dude. Spider-Man 2099, man. Wearing the shirt.
Buddy.
Yeah.
You wore that shirt last Friday, too. Is that your Friday shirt?
No. It just
a coincidence.
It really tickled me. Probably tickled me on Friday. I'm like, man, I'm ready for the future, Ready for the future, Dan.
Gonna party like it's 2099.
The future is now. The future is here. More games, more movies, more shows, more
bionic eyes.
More bionic eyes, man. More robotic parts in my body. Give me it.
Would you ever get you ever get a bionic dick?
Yep.
You would? What would you want your bionic dick to do? What would be the improvement?
They have a flashlight on the end.
Would it have clap-on functionality?
No, because when I'm clapping those cheeks, it'd be coming on and off.
I think that would make it much funnier.
Yeah. Nope. It would just have a
safe word.
Banana. Safe words for us are the street lights. Green, you're good. Yellow, ease up a little bit. Red, hard stop. It's safe. You know it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's better than the stupid fucking words where you're just like, you forget. Oh shit, banana is our stop word. My bad. And she's been saying banana for the last half hour.
I thought you just meant you want like my banana. I thought it was just weird, dirty talk.
I was giving it to you. I gave you the banana. I'm giving you the banana. What do you want? You know my robot banana?
No, using the streetlights. That's not a terrible idea. It's universal too. Mm-hmm. So like it's not, you're not going to forget it.
Exactly. So when I hook up with somebody overseas, they know.
Hopefully not in India or like Indonesia or something, because those motherfuckers don't pay attention to shit on the road. They just drive.
Oh,
they will have no idea what you're talking about.
Right. Those motherfuckers driving on the sides of fucking mountains at 80 miles an hour. I don't know how you guys do that.
On a bus with 30 people on top of it.
I know. I've seen those videos where they're hanging out the fucking side. Dude, that stresses me out watching that.
Or those trains in India where the trains are full and then they have like 4 layers of people hanging onto the sides and top of them.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
That is crazy.
When I go to the futuristic city of Dubai, maybe. You know,
I'm not sure that's a futuristic city. I don't know. I've never been.
It looks futuristic. Look it up, man. People are like, do what?
Oh, you know what? Dubai. Yes, I thought first that like we were talking about India, and in my head I was thinking Mumbai. Not Dubai. Yes, Dubai is futuristic. I'll give you that.
Yeah. So
that was my confusion.
Well, Dan,
Andy.
The future is now. And you know what else is now?
Right now. Q&A with D&A.
Q&A with D&A. Baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. All right, cool. So let's get into it.
What you got for me, baby?
You go first.
Oh, you want? Okay. All right. You ready?
Yeah. My robot wiener is totally ready. Let's do this.
Are we green?
We are green.
Okay, we're green.
Flashlights on.
Which event in the past, present, or future would you like to witness in person?
Do I survive whatever it is?
I think it's a safe assumption to say yes.
Like I'm not affected, but I can see it.
This makes it seem like you would be able to witness the event in person, and then you would return to your current state. Let's just go with that. It doesn't specify, but let's make that the parameters. So it's presumed that you survive it, you'll be fine. But once you view it, once you witness that event, you return to your present state.
And I can't affect the future.
You can't change anything. It's just witnessing an event.
I would want to see the asteroid that took out the dinosaurs.
Not bad.
Because I want to see what the world looked like then, and then I want to see the world as they knew it be obliterated.
That's interesting. Okay. Well, I'm trying to think of what my answer would be. Do I want to see something cataclysmic like that? I don't know.
Right? I thought about the same thing too. It's like I could go into the future.
Yeah.
Like, what takes out humanity?
Yeah.
Is it us or is it another asteroid? You know what I mean? Because that shit's getting closer every time one fucking passes by us.
Is it ourselves, or is it an asteroid, or is it that, an
alien race?
Do we last another millions of years and
does
evolve
the sun
beyond
go out?
human?
You know what I mean?
That's like 5 billion years out.
Well, yeah, but we could survive that.
If we are still confined to planet Earth and the human race is still surviving in 5 billion years, which is
highly unlikely,
wildly unlikely, because we would either be off planet or we would evolve beyond what we are now in 5 billion years, almost like certainly.
Yeah.
I think.
Or do you want to watch yourself get born?
No. Conceived? No, I'm just kidding. No, hard pass on that one. I wouldn't mind being present on the grassy knoll in Dallas when Kennedy was assassinated to see if there really was a shooter there.
So would you want to be in the area where they thought the shooter was? Just so you could see if you could see him?
Correct. Yep. Because the video that is out, like something doesn't match up with only being one shooter.
Yeah.
So confirmation of that would be interesting. But at the same time, I wouldn't mind seeing like the end of humanity. Like, is it going to be an asteroid or some crazy fucking, 2,500 years from now?
What is
a
it?
mining operation on the moon goes wrong and sends
the
a
robot
chunk
rising,
a chunk into the earth or something.
The fucking Terminators.
It could be, man. You don't know.
I don't know.
That's the hard part with trying to pick something in the future is you don't know what the future is. So how can you pick an event from there that you want to witness other than something vague like,
does the Tesla androids take over? It's funny. It's funny. I had an argument with Mary about this because did you see the Amazon showcase with like the last month or so? Or earlier this month?
No.
They're doing like a little robot dog that can go around your house. It has a TV screen, with little eyes, and then it could go around and check on people. It's only to one floor, obviously, but it works with Alexa. And so we were arguing. She's like, if you want that, you have to move out. Because that's how the robot uprising starts. She's like, didn't you watch Love, Death, and Robots? Because they actually did have an episode where there was a little thing that looks very similar to what Amazon's doing, and it started killing this old lady. I know you don't like anime, but you should watch that on Netflix. It's an anthology. It's pretty funny.
Robot uprising aside, that's a huge privacy issue. Like, I don't want fucking Amazon. I don't have a single Alexa in my having a phone is bad enough. I don't want Alexa in my house. I don't want. I'm not going to give Amazon fucking cameras to walk around my house and see what's in here. Go fuck themselves. Because they're going to walk around and be like, oh, this motherfucker doesn't have item X, so we're going to send a shitload of advertisements to him for item X until he fucking buys it. Yep. No thanks. Hard pass. Go fuck yourself, Amazon.
So you got that, and then you have Tesla with their androids. Those are going to team up, man. So they created a man and his best friend in robot form.
It's only a matter of time before they learn how to hunt.
Right? So it could be. I honestly think it will be like a robot thing. And it could be something like not Terminator based. It could be that there's a supercomputer, that decides to send out electric currents out of these devices and just give everybody the chair essentially at once.
Yeah, that would not be fun.
So, but I still want it. I still want it in my house. I want an Android standing right here. Sure, it's going to help me out. I don't want to call it a slave because I would actually talk to it like it's a regular person. We'd have conversations. I do want one of those. And I do want a robot dog. And I want robotic eyes.
You want to become one of them.
I will be the problem, man. I'm going to start the robotic uprising. It'll be a human that takes out the humans, and I'm going to be the catalyst.
So treason, then.
Yep.
All right, what you got for me? What's my question this week?
All right, here's your question.
Yes, sir.
When Andy becomes a robot, do you want to be taken out first in the civil war of robots versus humans?
No, thank you.
That's not your question.
Not first. I was going to say, that's a very specific question. Why would they print that on a card?
Oh, shit. I need to get my LASIK fixed. That's not what I said at all. What is the funniest advice that your mommy gave to you?
The funniest advice that my mother has given me?
Yes.
I don't know about funny. At least not from my mom. I had a friend's mom give me some advice once that has legitimately stuck with me. Think about it at least a couple times a week.
So what's that?
It is shit or get off the pot. That's all it was. Shit or get off the pot.
Okay.
This was back in high school. I was hanging out with this girl and her mom. We weren't dating or anything. We would just hang out a lot. But her mom was totally in tune. I was into this chick. And then she pulled me aside one day and she's like, hey, you've been hanging out with her a lot. It's time to shit or get off the pot.
And then you had your mother-daughter threesome.
No.
Oh. And then you slept with the mom.
I did not.
Got a handy.
Nope.
Got a blowjibber.
None of the above.
And then you clearly got off the pot.
As a matter of fact, I did. Yes. I proceeded to get off that pot.
All right. Well, we're going to get off the pot.
Yes, we are.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Jabberbox episode 16. Thank you so much for joining us. And don't forget that we post each and every week about whatever it is we want to talk about. If you like that, please join us over on patreon.com/dandydigital, where you can write in and be part of the show. Get the episodes early. If you have no bucks to toss our way, that is just dandy with us. Please find us and subscribe to us over on YouTube or any of the podcast services and give us a good rating to help us grow the show into something bigger and better. Until next time, watch out for those robot uprisings.